In this video, I'm going to improve Minecraft mobs like creating an upgraded version of this iron golem and even this chicken. To decide which one I'll transform first, I have these 5 blocks here, from the easiest color to the hardest. If I open the first one, the first mob I'm going to transform will be this chicken. So let's go to the 3D program to transform it. First, I'll save the body part, delete these legs, and start making larger legs. I'll add a cube and paint it orange. I'll add another part at the front, kind of like a claw, another one on this side, and one here. A smaller piece, another one, and one on the right side. I'll create claw-like structures this way, add another one here, and one more over here. Now I'll add the top part of the leg, another bigger piece, and another one on this side. Then, I'll remove these 3 drawings here and add a shape like this to make the foot claw. It turned out like this. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side, and add this part to the chicken's body. I'll add another piece at the back to make it look deeper, and rotate it right here. Then I'll add one more piece on top, and it's already taking shape. After that, I'll create the neck and add the chicken's head. I'll add more details to make it look cooler, and now create the beak. Add the bottom part of the beak, a cube here, another one there, and some extra pieces to make the details of the chicken. To make sure the eyes don't look too weird, I'll add some bits of red flesh around them, just like this, and I'll do the same thing on the other side too. Now we're going to make the chicken's wings. I'll pull a cube, duplicate it, and rotate it like this. I'll leave it right here. I'll do the same thing on the other side, and now I'll add lots of small cubes, all sliced up, just like this. You see? I'll repeat that on the other side, and finally, I'll make some details that look like feathers. So I'll erase the area around here and add feathers like this, just like this. And now look at the feathers on the chicken. I'll duplicate some parts and place them on the tail at the back, and there we have it. Our mutant chicken is done. How big do you think it's going to look in Minecraft? Let's go check it out right now. Right in front of us, we can already see the chicken. And guess what? It doesn't attack us at all, so much so that we can even ride it. But wait, it's also a mother chicken and can spawn baby chicks. And guess what? The babies are super aggressive. Oh no, look at them. They're trying to get me. Let me put on this armor or I'm going to die. Oh my gosh, they're taking away so much health. Climb this bridge, quickly. I need to figure out a way to get rid of these chicks. What is this? They're jumping right at me. Let's take them down, but I need to be careful because they're taking away a lot of health. Come on, we can do this. We have to take them down. Take this one too. There, we got them. And guess what? They have this super cool ability where they can glide just like a chicken, but they're way stronger. I really liked this chicken. It turned out super awesome, and we can even use it as a pet. Look at this. If I'm not mistaken, it's even faster than a horse. Let's test it out. I switched to creative mode, and I made this racetrack to check which is faster, my mutant chicken or the horse. As I already mentioned in another video, the horse is the fastest animal in Minecraft, capable of reaching 100 kilometers per hour. So the first thing I'm going to do is break this fence right here and see how long it takes to reach the other side. So let's go. Ready, set, go. Wow, in just 3 seconds I made it all the way to the end. That was so fast I can't believe it. Now let's put the mutant chicken back in place and test out the horse next. Alright, ready? On your marks, get set. And here goes the horse running as fast as it can. Look at that speed. But wait, 4 seconds? That's 1 second slower than the chicken. That's actually pretty surprising. The horse does have a really cool ability that the chicken doesn't have, and that's jumping. It can jump super high, which is something the chicken can't do at all. On the other hand, if I take the chicken up somewhere really high and then jump off with it, guess what? It can glide. That's right, it can glide safely down without taking any fall damage at all. Now, I'm a bit confused. I honestly don't know which one is better, the horse with its high jumps or the chicken with its gliding ability. What do you think? Which one would you rather have? Comment below and let me know. For me, I think I'd choose the chicken, just because it can glide and it's also 1 second faster than the horse in a race. But let me know what you think. For the final rating, I'm going to give this chicken a 9 out of 10. It's just so cool. And since I liked it so much, I'm going to give it a special name. It's going to be called Goober. I picked this name because it's the name of one of the subscribers who's been watching and commenting a lot on the videos here on the channel. So if you also want a chance to have your name featured in a video, just keep watching, liking, and commenting, and maybe you'll be next. Alright, now I'm going to lock Goober up safely in this pen, and it's time to move on to the next mob. The next one on the list is the yellow box. Let's see what's inside it. And it's the iron golem. Oh wow! But wait, he's already super strong. How in the world am I supposed to make him even bigger and better than he already is? Let's think. I've got an idea. What if I make his arms, his legs, and even his head much bigger and more intimidating? That might actually look really cool. Alright, let's go into the 3D modeling program and start working on it. First, I'll add a foot here, just like this. Then I'll duplicate it for the other side. Now I'll paint it with this lighter color, and I'll add a gradient effect around the edges to make it look even cooler and more detailed. detailed. I'll stretch it up a bit and make the feet thicker. Then I'll duplicate this top part and paint it gray. After that, I'll add another gradient effect to make it look even more high-tech. Now let's move up to the legs. I'll make them taller and bulkier, and I'll add extra armor plates all around them to make them look reinforced and time for the arms. I'll rotate them outward a bit, make them thicker, and then add some joint details so they look more like robotic arms. Next, I'll add a hand right here, just like this. Then I'll duplicate it for the other side and add some fingers to make it look even cooler. And I almost forgot. I'm going to add some metal gloves on the hands so it looks like he's wearing battle armor. I'll also paint some details on the gloves to make them look more high-tech and futuristic. Alright, moving on to the body. I'll add some grass textures all around it, just like the original Iron Golem has. But I'm also going to make it look more mechanical by adding metal plates and panels here and there. And now, the coolest part, I'm going to give him a laser weapon. I'll build it into his arm, so it looks like he can fire beams of energy right out of his hand. First, I'll add a cylinder shape for the weapon. Then I'll paint it red and add some metal details around it to make it look like a blaster cannon. And next I'll add a futuristic eye right in the middle of his face, so he looks like a robot guardian. I'll even add a glow effect around the eye to make it look like it's powered up and ready to attack. And he's done. Look at this guy. He's massive and looks so intimidating. He's got huge arms, giant legs, and this insane laser cannon built right into his arm. And check this out, he's got animations too. He can stand still, walk around, punch enemies, and even fire lasers from his arm. This is definitely the most epic Iron Golem I've ever made. Alright, now let's take him into Minecraft and see how he looks in-game. And there we have it. I just finished the transformation and we can already see him right there in front of us. Wait, what? It looks like he just threw a TNT at me. Oh no. He threw 3 dynamites at me all at once. I ended up dying to this Iron Golem. Alright, I'm back, and now I need to recover my items, but he's attacking me from really far away. I can't even properly show you what's happening. I had to dig underground just to escape him. But wow, no way. He's already here again. Run! I need to get my items back or I'm going to die again to this Iron Golem. Alright, there's my chest plate. Phew, I finally recovered my items, but I need to be super careful because this Iron Golem is extremely powerful. Let me climb up here. I'll have to try and attack him without being spotted. Let's go. I think he can't hear me. So, let's sneak up on this Iron Golem very carefully. Just look at the size of him. He's absolutely massive. Okay, I'm jumping in. Take this. Oh my gosh, he just threw 3 dynamites at once. Whoa! It looks like his own TNTs damaged him, and he ended up dying. I spawned this passive version of him so I could properly show you guys the design. Here's how he looks when he's standing still. This is his walking animation. He moves really slowly, kind of like a robot. And this is him attacking. He caused a lot of damage with those TNTs earlier. Here's his punching animation too, though. To be honest, I didn't have much time to test that one. And as you can see, he turned out really cool. I'm giving this design a solid 10 out of 10 because it's absolutely amazing. But we can't waste too much time. We need to move on to the next transformation. So let's see. Next up on our list is the blue-colored piglin zombie. Oh wow, I'll have to go to the Nether to transform this one. Luckily, there's already a portal I built in another video where I transformed mobs into blocks, which was also a really fun video. I'll leave a link to that one at the end of this video for you guys to check out. Alright, let's head into the Nether. The Nether's already almost completely destroyed because of the powers I used in the last video. But now we need to find a piglin. Right up ahead there's a normal piglin, so we can transform it into the piglin barbarian. Let's head to the editor program. I'm going to design him as a kind of fat Thor version with a giant hammer and a bulky, detailed body. First I'll paint him with this base color, then I'll add some small details with a mining style look. I'll remove his belt for now and space out his legs a bit more like this. I'll also stretch out his body to make him look bigger and bulkier. Next, I'll paint his legs and add a belt across his waist like this. I'll add another layer for his upper body and rotate his arms to pose him. I'll also add another block down here to make a ragged skirt. I'll detail it to match Minecraft's style, stretching out the belt a bit more. Now, I'll add a button-like detail to make it look like a golden belt. Let me grab the gold color and paint it in. I'll make his eyes bigger like this to give him a cuter but still tough appearance, and now it's starting to take shape. Next, I'll add a bracelet on this arm and another one made of netherite on the other. I'll attach some spikes here and start designing a chest plate for him. Finally, I'll create the Stormbreaker style hammer I mentioned earlier. I'll start with the head, add another piece here, then create the handle with 2 sections, one smaller and one longer. I'll add a cube for each side of the hammerhead and paint it brown. Once that's done, I'll use a lighter shade to add details around the edges. I'll finish the texture by layering more pieces here, extending the sides, and adding a top layer for extra detail. And there it is, the Piglin Barbarian with his giant hammer. This is how he looks when standing still, how he moves while walking, And his attack animation, where he swings his hammer with force. Since he's a bit on the heavy side, he gives a powerful overhead strike like this. And he's done. Let's see how he looks in Minecraft. Alright, now I can finally see it. It looks like it can build an entire path made of magma cube. So let's go, we need to find a way to take down this pig. Come over here, just be really careful because it's shooting a lightning bolt at me, and that's really powerful. Wow, it's OP. It's building a magma cube bridge. This can't be happening. No, I can't believe it. This thing is so strong. Wow, I should have been a little more careful with my transformations. Go. At least now it's not attacking me with that lightning anymore because that really drains my health. Wow, at least it's not that strong, but okay, let's attack carefully. It can shoot that lightning any second, and that thing really takes a lot of health. I'll grab some blocks here so I don't run out of them, and here's the plan. I'm going to knock it down from up here. Let's do this. If I attack it from below, I think, wow. No, it hit me with the lightning. Careful. I need to figure out the sequence it's using to attack me with those lightning bolts. Here, I'm able to attack it without it hitting me. Take that. I'm smarter than you. It's blocking me. No, don't do that. This strategy isn't working too well. I think I'll go up behind it. Let's finish it off, all right? Let's place a block here, have some meat while it doesn't see me. And let's go. Let's attack from behind. Take that, you piglin. Take that. Run. Wow, it has a lot of health because if it were a regular piglin, it would have died already. I'll place a block here, another one here. Let's do some parkour until we can take it down. Good thing it's not hitting me with that lightning because that's really strong. That axe it has, Thor style, gives it a lot of health. And we did it. And wow, now that I've taken it down, it looks like it dropped its axe. All right, let's grab it. What's its name? Storm Piglin. Look at that name. And does it give me any power? Let's see, here's the whole piglin family. I'm not really in the mood to attack them, but it's what we have to do. Let's attack, and looks like it's not attacking, just shooting the lightning. Maybe it doesn't work in the netherworld, so let's head back to the normal world. Let's see. No, my little horse. The power shot a lightning bolt at my horse. No, we can't let this happen. No, get up here. My God, horsey, you almost died. That was so dangerous. All right, let's get out of here and head over there. There must be another animal to test, right? Because I don't want to kill my horses. Here's another horse. Let's see if we can take it down. I'll shoot. And looks like the lightning is always shooting in that direction. I don't know what's going on. Look at this. I think I didn't program this correctly. Now, let's try the last attempt. Let's attack this horse. And it's not spawning correctly. Look at that. It's spawning kind of to the side. Yeah, it kind of works, but I have to adjust the direction. But this big hammer here looks really cool though. Too bad I couldn't make the power work correctly. Right? I should have thought carefully about each block I'm using for the transformation because it's not turning. If I attack that way, it goes this way. If I attack this way, it goes this way too. So that's it, let's move on to the next one. And the rating I give this one, since it turned out so well, I want you all to decide. What rating do you think this mutant zombie piglin deserves? I don't know. Comment below what you think, and the next color is an even harder one, which will be the color orange. It's close to red, which is the hardest mob we're going to transform. So let's see. The color orange will be Partin. Oh, it's going to be a sardine. I can't believe it. How am I going to transform a sardine? That's literally this. Into a strong creature? I don't know. Let me first look for a sardine here in the water. Sardine, where are you? I'm not seeing any sardines, but this fish here will do. All right, let's take it down. And now, I can even turn into a sardine. But all right, let's head to the transformation program. I think I'll make a version kind of like Gyarados. That's a really cool Pokemon, and it's a fish evolution, so I think it's going to work. And the next one we're going to transform is this salmon right here. I'm going to turn it into something like a Komodo dragon, just like you're seeing in the image. So for now, I'm going to delete all these little parts of it, and I'll start by adding a cube like this. One more part on top, another one here, and now I'm going to duplicate a cube and another one on this side. I'll keep rotating it to sort of shape the Komodo dragon's body, then duplicate several times like this. And done. After that, we'll add the salmon's face, so I remodeled it and added it like this. Done. I'll add those things the salmon has around it and make sort of its eye. I'll paint this part here white. I'll add a tilted cube on the left, another part up here, one more, a bigger one, and another one up here. I'll do the same thing on the other side, and I'll add one more cube here like this to add more detail, and the same thing here. Done. It's already starting to look like a Komodo dragon. So I'll add a little mustache like this to make a Chinese-style mustache. Select everything, duplicate to the other side, and to make it better and not too simple, I'll add some pieces around here to keep the salmon's colors. So add these here, kind of like spikes, and it's 100% done. It's going to be a mob that stays in the water. So for that, I made this animation, where it stays still, swims, and attacks. So let's see how it turned out in Minecraft. And it's done. Here in front I can already see it, and the sardine turned out really cool, but for this one I made something simpler. We can just move really fast, over the water and also underwater, but I don't know how to make it go deeper underwater. Anyway, it turned out really cool. Look at this. It's a shame it can only stay in the water, but it's really fast and that's really cool. So let's leave it parked here, and let's move on to the last one, and the rating I'll give it is also 7 out of 10. It turned out really good, but this animation here, it bugs out when I'm riding it. So let's move on to the next one. Man, I need to make a zoo for these animals, so they don't stay loose. And the last one on our list is the pufferfish. Look at how tiny it is when it's not transformed, right? Because when it transforms, it deals damage to us. So let's go into the water with our little buddy and look for a pufferfish. Let's head this way over here. It should be closer to the shore by the beaches. Let's dive in and see if we can spot a pufferfish. And look at that, this seems to be a pufferfish. Look how this thing grows. I forgot this thing deals a lot of damage. So let's take down this pufferfish, and let's go transform it in the program. I'm going to turn it into a giant version of a pufferfish. So I'll delete everything because I want to start from scratch. And I'll add a cube like this, already yellow. Another part around it to round it out, and now after that, I'll add some green spikes around it. Select everything and duplicate it to this side, and do the same thing on top, just like this. And now this yellow part, I'll add kind of a body like this, just like this here. With a darker pencil, I'll smooth it out around the edges. And this is how it looks. So I'll add a cube here, another one in this part, and one more here. I'm kind of making a mouth for it. Finish up this side, and finally one last cube here. It's already starting to look like a giant pufferfish. I'll grab a black pencil, lower the opacity a lot, and draw around it to give sort of a texture to its mouth, just like this. Done. Now I'll add a little detail to its mouth and add some teeth around it. Finish it like this. And now let's make its eye. So I'll add a white cube here, another one on this side, and to make it more detailed, I'll add an eyebrow. Another piece to finish it off, select everything, duplicate it to the other side, and finally I'll add one more part for the eye here, and another one like this. Wow, it looks completely different, and it seems way scarier. This is going to be its walking animation. It kind of jumps toward you, and it sort of expands and explodes. Right here in front, we can already see this pufferfish. So let's go. We need to take it down. Let's see if it's strong. Oh, wow, wow, wow. It poisoned me. Oh my gosh, it's draining so much health. I'm down to half a heart. Careful, careful. I need to figure out a strategy to take it down. Because I'm almost out of blocks, I only have half a heart left. What is this? It's so strong, it keeps poisoning me. The pufferfish finished me off. But anyway, I transformed all the mobs. It's so cool seeing me transform blocks into mobs. In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into mutants, but as they are very dangerous monsters, I'm going to create a safe base for each of them. Right up front, I can see an ocean, and the first mob I'm going to transform will be a tropical fish. I'm here with the fish, and I'm going to turn it into a piranha, and the first thing I'm going to do is erase all its sides, starting by adding the body, another part, and one last part of the body. Add the back, an eye for our fish, an eyebrow. The other eye, another eyebrow. Create the top of the fish's head, the bottom, and add the mouth. After doing that, add the teeth, larger teeth in the front and others on top. Add a fin on the left side, another on the right, one more at the back, and on the right side, add a tail and the tail fin. This fish is a piranha, but I'm also going to make it inspired by the lanternfish, so I'm going to add the handle and the lantern, and this animation of our fish standing still, swimming, and attacking. Before I add it to Minecraft, I need to take a safety measure. I'm going to create a secure base for it so that it doesn't harm anyone, because otherwise something like this could happen. So our secure base will be a giant aquarium. Now I need to dig it down. I've planned the entire area of our habitat so we can build the aquarium. Alright, I've excavated all the soil, and now I have to do the same for the stone. With what's left, I managed to get some iron, so I'll place this crafting table on the ground, and I'll make a furnace to heat up this iron, and I'll make 2 iron buckets. After that, I'll come to the front and get 2 buckets of water, and now I'll create an infinite water source. I filled the entire aquarium with water. I'll surround it with blocks to prevent any water leakage. I'll get sand to make glass to create the panel for our aquarium, and the color I'm going to use for our panel will be cyan blue. Fortunately, in this biome, there are some flowers right up front with this color. Let's get all these flowers, and I'll put them to melt in our furnace. First, I'm going to turn all of this into dye, and I'll surround everything with this glass. I kept adding all the glass to the aquarium. It's done. Our aquarium is complete. So, I've finished all the decorations for our scene. Now I'm going to make black concrete. Just put them here in the water, and I can get it now. Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to fill everything here with black concrete. Now our aquarium is done. So I made all the decorations for our scene. I added sand, fish, and also seaweed. And the piranhas are right here in the front. Let me come here and get them. Here's a couple of piranhas. So, let's grab this one and this one. They're kind of aggressive, hitting me, so let me put on my chest plate. And I'll leave them here for now and open a hole here where they're quite aggressive. Now I'm going to bring these 2 piranhas inside. I managed to bring 1 piranha inside. So come over here now. You have to bring the other. Alright, I managed to bring the 2 piranhas inside, so let's close this area with glass as well before they run out. So let's close it here, and to make it look nice, I'll plant a tree here and use some bone meal for it to grow. And our piranha habitat is ready. But this was just the first one. Now let's create another mob. Stepping a bit out of our ocean, we'll find a sniffer right up front because it will be the next one. Imagine how cool it's going to be. A mutant sniffer. Here's our sniffer. I'm going to turn it into a more specific dinosaur, a triceratops. Start by adding a foot, another cube diagonally. It has 6 legs, so add 1 more cube, another one, and 1 more. We have to do this 4 more times. Add the body of the sniffer with some leaves. Make a smaller cube at the back and add some leaves. 1 on top, 1 on the left side, another, and 1 more on top. Repeat on the other side, adding more leaves. After that, I'm going to add its tail. So I add a cube, another smaller one, and some feathers. Once I've started, I'll create the head. Add another cube, the leaves, and others on the sides. Add the sniffer's head, the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the teeth, and more teeth. After doing that, I make it more rounded, and it's already looking great. But now I'll also add an eyebrow. So put a cube diagonally, another one straight, and a detail on the eyebrow. The same thing on the other side. A cube diagonally, another straight, and a drawn one because it got an eyebrow design. Add a horn and another on the right side. This is our sniffer animation. When it's still, it lies down. When it's running, it attacks. I'll have to clear this whole area up front to create the sniffer's location. But first, let me mark out how I think it's going to be. Since the sniffer is a giant prehistoric animal, it's going to need a large path. So the habitat will extend up to here. Now let me open this. It's going to be the entrance to our habitat. To fill the ground, I'll use some dirt, and I'll put it in the middle to create some variation. I'll open some holes like this and fill them up. I've done all the scene decoration. I'll grab some leaves up front. After getting the leaves, I went to the nether, and right up front we have some leaves that we can use, like this block, which is perfect for the sniffer's floor. I'll grab some wood. Now I'll fill the entire floor with this nicer block, placing it in various places, and it matches the sniffer's color perfectly. After that, I'll break this block and start putting down this much prettier one. I built the entire wall using blue trees, yellow concrete, leaves, and netherrack. I'm just finishing by adding the last few leaves here, and our habitat is ready. I just need to do a few more things, like decorating with some mushrooms and flowers, so let's put them in this corner. It looks perfect. Right up front, we can find 2 sniffer couples. Let's grab these 2 sniffers and take them to our habitat. Look at how cute they are. Let's bring them inside. It's done. I hope they really like their new home and their habitat is complete. Now, let's move on to our next mob, and the next one we're going to transform is the squid. To turn the squid into a mutant, I decided to take inspiration from the kraken, the monster of the 7 seas. Let's start by adding the kraken's tentacle. The first part of the leg, another tentacle, and a bunch more tentacles. I'll repeat this several times, and after that I'll add that little plate that surrounds our kraken and add some more details around it. After that, I'll, so to speak, create the body of our kraken. We need to make the head, so I'll go up 1 cube, add an eyebrow, the kraken's head, a cube diagonally, another diagonally to the right, and 1 more cube in the middle. That's it. The kraken is done. This is its animation, when it's still, swimming, and attacking. However, when it attacks, it will be different. It will pull you underwater, and our kraken is complete. It's underwater, so I have to be careful because when it starts doing that, it begins pulling me. My goodness, get out of here. My goodness, he almost took me away. I think this is the perfect moment for me to catch him because he's emerging from underground. So let's go here with our rope and catch him and take him to our habitat. We're almost back at our base, and I won't create a habitat for our octopus because I already have this huge aquarium that can fit more than just our piranha. Let me clear the path. I'll create a fence and leave him here for now. I have to enter here because I need to make a territory division. One side will have the piranha and the other will have the squid. I've divided it in half. That's how it's going to be. Now I'll open up a space to put the squid in. Isn't it bizarre? In reality, I have a pet kraken. This is crazy when you think about it, but you know what's even crazier? Over 90% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. I'll create some slabs here to put the kraken inside and make a little pathway like this. Let's use the lasso to pick him up and take him inside. So kraken, this will be your new home. I really hope you like it. Now I'll just close this glass here and we're on to the next one. Right up ahead we have the Enderman, and it's the next mob I'm going to transform into an evolved one. This little guy is already eerie, so just imagine how mutant he's going to look. I'll start by adding the Enderman's little foot. Now, a piece of the leg and the other part. After that I need to do the other side, so I add another cube just like the other one diagonally, and the first part of the skin. Finally, I finish with the second part. Add the waist, the body, and let's make the arm. I add a big cube and an even bigger one, and then I just make the hand with some fingers. To make the hand on the other side, I do the same thing. A big cube, another even bigger one, and the hands. Finally, I add the Enderman's head. This is the animation of the Enderman when he's still. When he's attacking, it looks like he's dusting something off, and when he's running. Now let's go and create his habitat. To make the Enderman biome, I'll trim these vines with scissors. Now we need to go to the end. I'm here in the end because I need to gather some end stone. I've collected a good amount of end stone. After that, I'll destroy this nether portal. Now I'll mark the area. Since the Enderman isn't a very large mob, this size is perfect. I've filled everything with end stone, and it's more or less done. Now I'll make end stone and place it in some random spots. There you go, it looks quite nice. I went back to the end and picked up some obsidian, then built some obsidian towers. Now it's ready. I'll create my nether portal here, and it fits perfectly with this biome. Take a look. Now, the only thing left to do is to bring the new Endermen, and they're right here in front. Let me capture them with my lasso and bring them back to our base. Now, let's move on to the next one. I'm here in the swamp biome because the next mob I'm going to transform is the zombie. To turn the zombie into a mutant, I'll draw inspiration from the mutant creatures mod. Let's start by adding a part of the leg, the shorts. After completing one leg, we need to do the other, so I add another piece of the leg and one on top. With that done, let's work on the body. I add a cube diagonally and another larger one on top, also diagonally. Now it's time to create the arm. I add another cube and extend the arm, and then a smaller stump. Let's add some finger details. After doing this, we need to create the other hand. I add another cube, another smaller one, and a hand with some fingers. Now let's make the head. I add a part of his head, the top teeth, and finalize it by adding more teeth. This is the animation of our zombie, standing, running, and attacking, where it gives you a punch right on top of your head. To create our next habitat, let's start right here. I've already built the path, and I'll create some coarse dirt to mark the location for our zombie habitat. I think this size should work well. I'll alternate between regular dirt and coarse dirt, creating a small slope. Upon further consideration, this size seems a bit small, so we'll need to expand it a bit. Since this is the zombies area, I'm creating some small graves here. With these graves done, I'm heading to the jungle biome to gather some of these trees. I'll pick up some stripped ones and some regular ones. I'm now in the desert to collect some dead bushes for our decoration. I'll also pick up some cacti to make glass. I'll place these dead bushes on the ground. With that done, I'll start filling the area around here with these jungle wood blocks, and our zombie habitat is complete. Let's head back to the swamp biome to retrieve our new zombies. Right in front of us are the two new zombies, and we'll bring them to their new habitat. We're almost there, and we just need to place them inside. Oops, one got away. Let's close this off with this green glass, and the zombie habitat is finished. We've created all the habitats. In this video, I'm going to transform mobs into mutants. Since the monsters I'm creating are extremely scary, I'll build a secure base for each one. Right in front of us, we have these horses, which will be the first mobs we mutate. So, let's head over to the program. I already have an idea of what to do. Now, I'm in the program, and my plan is to transform this horse into something resembling Pegasus, the mythical winged horse. I want to give it a powerful, godlike appearance. To start, I'll paint the entire body with this brown color, aiming to make it look like a netherite horse. After that, I'll move the body forward a bit and add detailed textures to enhance its look. Next, I'll restructure the horse to make it appear stronger. I'll add a larger body structure and create an open mouth underneath. I've added more details, making the horse's body look like this. Now, I'll place small stones around it to simulate electricity or some futuristic energy, emphasizing that it's a high-tech horse. Then I'll add a small stone on top to represent some advanced technology. I'll place an eye here for the horse and add cubes on both sides for its ears. After that, I'll add a flaming crest and a tail. With the horse's proportions set, I'll duplicate a cube to create a wing like this. I'll add some fiery elements and make a larger section on this side to complete the wings. The horse will have this movement for walking, it will also be able to fly, and it will have this animation for attacking. Let's see how it looks in the game. I've created the new horse, and here it is in Minecraft, the new Pegasus. Look at how gigantic it is. It's really cool because you can also fly on it. That's right, it's a flying horse, which is absolutely amazing. Now I need to create a habitat for our horse to live in. So comment below what rating you would give to Pegasus and whether you'd like to have it in Minecraft. I'm going to do some really insane things in this video, so stay tuned. Now let's build a place for it to live. Let's take it with us, and now that I'm here, I'll create the habitat for it. Given its colors, I'll use netherite blocks and similar ones to build its home. I'll gather some nether blocks and also some basalt blocks. I'll use these blocks to create the floor. Now that I've done that, I'll paint here to add some details. In certain spots, I'll set up some fire to spawn, like this. After that, I'll place some fences around to prevent it from escaping, especially since it can fly. I'll also need to secure the top. I surrounded the entire area with fences and added some dead plants for decoration. Once that's done, I'll cover the top with glass to prevent it from escaping, considering its ability to fly. Now that it's ready, let's spawn 2 of them here. I'll name one after a subscriber who always comments on the channel, AnthonyJS8489. The other subscriber I'll name is Yahra Ayad. So comment below what rating you give to our horses. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because there's even crazier stuff coming up in this video. I'm arriving at a temple because the next one on our list is the Elder Guardian, and I'm going to transform it into something resembling a Leviathan. So let's head over to the program to create it. I'm already in the program with the Elder Guardian, and I'm going to transform it into one of the largest sea monsters, the Leviathan. So we're going to create a giant creature with a long tail or something similar. First, I'll remove all these parts from its body, including the back fin, leaving it like this. I'll also remove this part of its face, resulting in something like this. Now, I'll start shaping the body to resemble a snake, rotating several cubes to form a detailed design, somewhat like an anaconda. I'll keep adding cubes to build its shape. I've also designed a new head resembling a serpent to make it more similar to the Leviathan. I won't keep the Elder Guardian's original color. Instead, I'll make a mutant version with a strong blue hue. I'll paint it with this obsidian color and add a creepy eye around it. Next, I'll add a contour around the eye to give it a 3D appearance on both sides. I'll place a horn here, another on this side to maintain the Elder Guardian's blue part, and a smaller one to finish. I'll repeat the same on the other side, duplicating it to the left and right. This mob is already looking insane. In this video, you'll see me create the most insane mobs on the channel, so stay tuned. Now I'll add a tooth and another piece on the side, also on top and the other side. Then I'll add some power runes on its side. Since it shouldn't just look like a snake, it needs fins to swim in the water. I'll take a cube, resize it, and place it here to create the fin detail. I'll build a fin like this just by resizing, and the first fin is done. Now I'll make one on the left side, another on this side, and one on top, and another on the right side. After that, I'll start adding some details to its horn, and also some leaf-like details on its side. I've added all the details, and the model is complete. Now, I'll paint these parts blue, which will look really cool and add a sensational detail. I'll finish painting everything and show you how it turned out. It's done, folks. I've added some runes around it to make it look like a futuristic creature. This mob took a lot of work. It's very detailed and looks amazing. Here's how its swimming animation will be, and this is its attack animation. It will stay like this in the water, as if it's staring at you. So, let's go to the game to see it. I'm back in Minecraft, and you can already see its tail. Wow, it applied the fatigue effect on me. Now we have a small problem. Let me craft a workbench. Now I'll make a door to recover my air. Let's see. Wow, it's really scary. I made it small. Imagine if I had made it larger. Do you prefer it at this normal size, or should I have made it smaller? Comment below. Let's try to defeat it. Ouch, it's really strong. No, don't finish me off, Dodge. Come on, good. At least it's still an Elder Guardian in the end, right? Wow, I'm down to 1 health point. Even as an Elder Guardian, it's making me very weak. Yeah, I died to it. But comment below what you think. Now, next to the Pegasus habitat, let's create its habitat. Let's make a path here, and I've already selected the blocks. I'll use this ice block, this snow block, and all these to create its habitat because it needs to look very powerful while maintaining the Elder Guardian's details. Now, I'll dig a hole of this size, maybe a bit larger since it's not a small character. Let's increase the size significantly. After digging, I'll paint the entire floor like this, adding details all around the inside. Then I'll place some ice around like this, fill everything with water, add some sea pickles and corals with these colors, and place some lights at the bottom. I've added all the details and the habitat looks like this. Let's spawn an Elder Guardian here and another one back here. Wow, this mob turned out really insane. The subscriber name I'll assign is Vicky Sanderson, and the other will be DJ CookFan88. So, comment below what rating you give to the Leviathan and its habitat. For me, it's a solid 10. It's definitely the best mob I've ever created on this channel. If you enjoyed it too, leave a like on the video. I'm arriving at the Pillager outpost to find the next mob. And no, you might think we're going to evolve the Pillager, but that's not who we're here to evolve. Instead, it's the one these scoundrels capture, one of the most useless yet cutest mobs in Minecraft, the Allay. So, let's go to the program to transform it into a futuristic ghost. So while I'm here with the Allay, what we're going to do for now is delete his wings. Once that's done, we're going to enlarge his head like this. Paint it blue, but not a very dark blue, because I want to make it kind of like an invisible color. So I'm going to take it and make it kind of transparent like this. Once that's done, I'm going to add a few more little cube pieces up here, so we can place them here to make a more 3D head, and add a neck for him like this. Once that's done, I'm going to add another piece here to be the part of his body, another smaller one below and increase the size. Now I'm going to make another bigger one here, and increase it to really be his body. So well, let's move this up here and shrink this like this, because I want to make it kind of like a ghost, so he's going to come here, and it's kind of like a tail coming out the back. So well, let's add it here like this, more or less like this, D shape, and I'll create a neck here underneath. Then add another cube for the upper body. and a smaller one underneath it, making sure to stretch it a little for shape. I'll place a larger one below for the main part of the torso. I'll move all of that upwards slightly and taper it off toward the bottom because I want to make this look more like a ghost. So now, I'll go ahead and add a ghostly tail flowing behind him like this. I'll also place an invisible cube behind his back, and around that I'll create lightning-like wings, kind of a stormy energy effect that looks like futuristic wings. Once that's done, I'll duplicate that entire effect and place it above. Then I'll mirror it to the other side. Next, I'm going to grab a big brush and paint a circular shape here for the eyes. And to finish the design, I gave him a full technological-looking body. He'll have a flying animation and an attack animation where kind of strikes forward in the air, an idle animation, so now I'm back here in Minecraft with the normal alley. But now I pressed a button that updated the game, and it just reloaded all the textures. And look at this, the new alley is here. He's way bigger than the regular one, and I honestly really like how he turned out. Let me know what you think of this futuristic ghost version I made. It's super cool how he's actually transparent. I can literally see the desert behind him through his body. Alright, now it's time to build the perfect habitat for this alley to live in. First, I'll dig out a large area. Then I'll place a solid base layer that's going to be part of the decoration. Once that's done, I'm going to use amethyst blocks to line the sides, kind of forming a mystical halo around him. I'll also add some crystals around the area and include some glowing amethysts as well. For lighting, I'm going to use sea lanterns to give it a more futuristic atmosphere. I'll place some stripped logs here as well to create more natural decorations and a nice pathway going all around the area. This really feels like a magical, futuristic home for him. Now, let's spawn 3 alleys right in the center, and the names I'm giving them are going to be from some awesome subscribers. The first alley will be named Jake Tumbra, the second will be Angela Jacob, and the third one will be Contos Nocturnos. So, if you want to be part of the next video, all you have to do is leave a like, subscribe, and comment below which character from today's video you liked the most. Before we move on to the next mob, I'm going to give this area, and the alleys, a solid 8 out of 10. I think it turned out amazing. Alright everyone, now I'm arriving at a deep dark biome, because the next mob we're going to transform is located somewhere around here. Let's see. I'm going to need to make a lot of noise. There we go. I already found the first one, so let's activate it. And whoa, everything just went dark. Let's see, that's the second one. Only one more to go, and then we'll be able to spawn the character I'm going to be transforming, and you probably already know who it is. Okay, I've made enough noise. I think he's about to spawn. Whoa, that scared me. I totally forgot that I had already transformed Doy the Doman from Poppy Playtime into the Warden. Let me just reset that real quick. There we go. The regular Warden is back. Man, that really gave me a fright. Now, let's head over to the program to transform the Warden. I grabbed 2 blocks of Skulk and also a Catalyst block. Then I got started. I added some new shapes to form his legs, all 4 of them. Then I built out the torso and added some structures on top so I could create a special effect later on. I also gave him a tail and started crafting the head, adding tons of tiny little details. Once the top part was done, I duplicated the structure for the lower half. Then I added some horns to his head, some scale-like textures on the back, and spiky features. I even placed another horn beneath him and used amethyst shards for extra glow, and now he's done. I made 3 animations, one for walking, one for attacking, and another for when he's standing still. Now it's time to see what this new Warden looks like inside the game. And wow, let me show you guys up close just how awesome the new Warden looks. Check this out. Let me know what you think. Is he better than the original Minecraft Warden? Because in my opinion, this one looks way cooler. He's terrifying. He even looks like a dragon or something, as if he evolved into a way more powerful version of himself. So since the Warden is such a massive creature, we're going to need to dig out a gigantic area to build his new habitat. I'll start by designing the outer edges using this darker color palette to match his new form. Then I'll add some decorative blocks around the ground and place a few scattered leaves just like this. After that, I'll lay down some skulk veins along the sides and put in a few azalea leaves to give the space more depth. And finally, I'll seal everything off with a layer of black glass above the whole area. Now let's spawn in our 2 wardens here, and that's it. The habitat is complete. I even added extra leaf details and some cool textures on the ground. The entire space feels like some ancient prehistoric zone, and for their names, the first warden will be named KJ749, and the second will be Jade Vincent Orogo. Both are awesome subscribers. Alright then, now it's time for the final transformation. I'm digging straight down right now because I'm searching for a stronghold. Oh nice, I've already made it. Now I just need to find the portal. Alright, let's place these Eyes of Ender, and now I'm heading straight into the end. And here in the end, we always find the Ender Dragon. Yep, the strongest mob in all of Minecraft. And that's the one we're going to transform today. But instead of showing the whole building process, I'm just going to show you how it turned out in-game. I'm going to reload my game so the new textures take effect, and now, instead of finding the regular Ender Dragon, take a look at what the new Ender Dragon looks like. I'm switching over to survival mode so we can see him in action, and you're going to notice something right away. Oh no, here he comes. He's incredibly powerful. The second he spots us, he starts charging straight at us. Look at this. Oh wow. He is extremely strong. You saw what just happened. He absolutely destroyed me in just a few seconds. Now, I'm not going to build a habitat for him, because as most of you know, the Ender Dragon destroys everything around him. So I'm going to need your help in the comments. Tell me, which mob should I evolve next for part 3? If you watched this far, comment Mutant Ender Dragon down below. In this video, I will create brand new mobs for Minecraft, mobs that Mojang never made, and give them a special home right here in my zoo. And the first one we're going to create is the gorilla. I'm here in my 3D modeling program, and to start making the gorilla, the first thing I'll do is add a cube right here. Next, I'll add another part on top. Now, I'll duplicate this piece, make it a little smaller, and place it at an angle. Now, I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. I'll add another cube here to form the body, and then duplicate and rotate it, making it slightly bigger to create the gorilla's torso. To make the arms, I'll add a cube on this side and another smaller part just beneath it. Then I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side so that both arms look the same. Now that the body is complete, let's move on to the head. I'll add a cube for the face, then another piece on top for the forehead and one more on the bottom. To finish the structure, I'll add a side section on the right. And with that, the gorilla's model is complete. But he still needs some personality, so let's give him some angry eyebrows, one on each side. There we go, he looks a little grumpy now. Now I'll paint him entirely gray. I'll also add a small detail here for his snout and mouth, making a little space for his nose and eyes. Once that's done, I'll apply some shading and textures to give him a more realistic look. And now, it's time to see how he moves. I made a few animations, one where he sits still, one where he walks around, and one where he attacks. Now, let's spawn him into Minecraft. And there he is. The gorilla is in the game, and he looks adorable. But is he dangerous? Let's test it out. I'll spawn a cow next to him. Wait, what? He immediately chased after it. Oh wow, he's super aggressive. He even threw a rock at the poor cow. All right, let's give him a real fight. I'll spawn a spider and see what happens. Whoa! Did you see that? He's throwing huge rocks at the spider. She didn't stand a chance. That was awesome. I think I'll rate him a solid 8 out of 10. Now let's move him into my zoo. Over here I had a zombie enclosure, but I need to name him so he doesn't disappear. I'll call him Melvin Painter, after one of my loyal subscribers. Thank you for watching the channel. Now, let's build a home for our gorilla. Gorillas love nature, so I'll cover the entire ground with grass. I'll also add a jungle tree, but I need to raise the walls higher so it fits inside. Over in this corner, I'll place a small pond, and I'll even leave a bucket there just for fun. To make the jungle feel real, I'll use jungle wood to build a huge tree in the middle. I'll add more branches, spreading them in different directions, so the gorilla can climb and explore. Next, I'll place leaves all around the enclosure to make it look wild and natural. I'll also add some rocks here and there with different colors to make it more interesting. To finish it off, I'll use podzol around the water, creating a nest-like area where he can rest. And since gorillas love tall grass, I'll add a bunch of it all around. Now let's close everything off with glass. And there we go. The gorilla's habitat is complete. But wait, he shouldn't live alone. Let's bring in another gorilla, so now we have a happy couple living together. They're going to love it here. Now, don't forget to leave a comment and rate the gorilla. Your feedback might help you get featured in the next video. And now that we've completed the gorilla, it's time for the next mob. We're going to make a giraffe. Honestly, I think giraffes should definitely be in Minecraft. And after that, we'll even be making a capybara, so stick around. You won't want to miss it. Let's jump into the program and start designing our giraffe because its pattern and long neck will look amazing in the game. I'm back in the 3D modeling program, and I'll start by adding a block just like this. Now I'll paint it yellow and add the giraffe's foot on top. Next, I'll duplicate this block, rotate it, duplicate it again, and make it slightly bigger. I'll also add some extra pieces to create a nice detail, then I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. Now, let's build the body. I'll add a cube here, a larger one on this part, and another right here. Now I'll fill everything in, select this leg, and duplicate it to the front. I'll also add another leg on this side, and now we're ready for the most important part of the giraffe, The neck. I'll start by adding a cube, then another on top, a third higher up, and a final smaller piece at the top. Wow, it's already looking huge. This giraffe is really tall. Now, let's add the head right here. Since the giraffe has horns, I'll place one ear on this side and another on the opposite side to form those little antenna-like ossicones. Now that the model is done, it's time to paint it. The first step is painting the hooves black, and then I'll start adding spots all over the body. Next, I'll add the eyes, paint this part a little darker, and color the lower section brown. For the neck, I'll add some orange shades and a few more details to make it look more realistic. And now let's see how it looks in the game. And right in front of us, we can already see the giraffe in the game. Look at its size. It's so tall and it looks like it's eating all the leaves from the trees. Wow, it turned out massive. Look at that. I'm not even as tall as its feet. But now we need to move it into its habitat, and honestly, I have no idea how we're going to do that because it's huge. Since the giraffe is so big, I'll have to build its habitat a little differently. Instead of putting it inside the zoo, I made a special area outside just for the giraffe. But now we need to find it. Where did it go? Oh no, it wandered all the way to the other side of the map. Alright, let's bring it back and see if it fits inside the space I built. And barely. It just fits, but its head sticks out a little bit. Still, it's good enough, so let's start decorating the habitat. First, I'll cover everything with glass so the giraffe can't escape. Next, I'll grab some bone meal and acacia saplings. Let's spawn a tree right here, another one in this corner, and one more over here. Now, I'll add some hanging grass for a little extra detail. I really like adding this touch, so I'll spread it all around the edges. To make it feel more natural, I'll also place some rocks around the habitat. Let's put a few over here, another one on this side, and one right here. For the ground, I'll paint it with the savanna biome's dirt color, so it looks just like a real African savanna. And for a final touch, let's add a small waterfall right here. The water will flow down gently, creating a nice drinking spot for the giraffes. I'll place some redstone blocks around to contain the water, making sure there's a proper area for them to drink from. And there we go, the giraffe's biome is complete. Since one giraffe isn't enough, let's spawn another one right here. Now we need to give them names. For the first giraffe, I'll use the name Silly Goober, after one of our amazing subscribers. And for the second giraffe, I'll name it Emmett, another awesome supporter of the channel. But this time, I'm doing something a little different. Since so many people left comments, I can't even keep track of how many names we have. So from now on, if you want your name to be added in the next video, you'll need to use my profile picture on YouTube. If you change your profile picture to mine and stay subscribed, I'll be able to add your name to a mob in my next video. And now, it's time for our next custom mob, the rhinoceros. I'm back in the 3D modeling program, and the first step is to add a gray cube to create its legs. Now, I'll start adding small details around the legs to create its claws. After that, I'll add some extra details, place another section on top, and begin texturing it. Next, I'll copy and duplicate this leg to the opposite side, then repeat the same process for the front legs as well. Now, let's build the body. I'll place a small block at the back and then duplicate a larger one on top. For the tail, I'll shrink a cube, add a smaller piece, and finish it with one last block to complete the look. Now it's time to create the rhino's head. I'll start by adding a block for the base, another one on top for the mouth, and one more for the actual head. Now that the structure is done, I'll begin texturing everything. First, I'll take a red color and paint this area right here. Then, I'll color this section white and this one black, repeating the process on the other side as well. For the ears, I'll add one on the left and one on the right to make it symmetrical. Now, I'll place an extra piece for the mouth and another underneath. Of course, we can't forget the horn. Without it, the rhino would look a bit strange. So I'll add a cube to start the horn, another above it, a larger one in the middle, and finish it off with one last piece on the side. Finally, I'll texture everything and the rhinoceros is done. Now that I've transformed the rhino into the game, let's check out its size. Wow, it's gigantic. But now the real question is it strong? I'll put on my armor and test its strength. Oh wow, it's only taking half a heart per hit, but it knocks me back so far. Whoa! It almost killed me with just a few hits, and look how tanky it is. I've been hitting it for so long and it still won't go down. This thing is incredibly tough. Even though I'm wearing full netherite armor, it's still dealing a lot of damage. Now let's see what happens if I remove my netherite armor. Okay, I'll go up to attack it. Oh no, it just took away half of my hearts in one hit. After a long battle, we finally took it down. This rhino is definitely strong, and I think it turned out pretty awesome. I also created two animations for it, one for walking, where it moves its head from side to side, and another for attacking, where it charges forward. Since the giraffe's enclosure is so large, I think we can add 2 rhinos to live with it. Now, let's name them. The first rhino will be called Zach Terran, named after a channel member who has been supporting us. And the second rhino will be named Lady Mitchum, another amazing channel member. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined the membership program. Your support really helps. And remember, if you want to have your name in a future video, make sure to use my profile picture on YouTube so I can pick you easily. Now that the rhinoceros is done, it's time for the next animal, the capybara. Wait a second, who put this capybara here already? Ha ha ha, look at the size of this thing. It's so chunky. But I already know exactly how I want to make the capybara, so let's jump back into the 3D program and get started. It's going to turn out amazing. I'm already here in the 3D modeling program, and the first thing we're going to do is add a cube right here. Now, I'll paint it brown and add a small brown detail to it. Next, I'll duplicate one leg to this side, another to the other side, and one more over here. After that, I'll add a cube on top, another one in this section, and now we need to work on the capybara's head. I'll place one block right here, another on the bottom, and one more to create a small detail around the neck. Now I'll add another brown section on top, a smaller one below, and one more in this corner. To finish it off, I'll add eyebrows, an ear, another part of the ear, duplicate it to the other side, and the capybara is done. Now I'll start working on all the texture details. After completing the textures, here's how it turned out. I also made this animation for when it's idle, where it blinks its little eyes, and another animation for when it runs. And now, when I place a spawn egg, it summons a tiny capybara. Look at how adorable it is. I honestly don't understand how Mojang hasn't added this cute little animal to Minecraft yet. Look at them, they're even following me. Now let's build the capybara habitat. To start, I'll dig out an area in this direction. Next, I'll extend the walls to make space for their enclosure. After that, I built the entire capybara habitat, added water, placed some leaves, and now it's completely ready. Now let's bring the capybaras inside, and here it is. Their finished habitat. It looks really cool, and they're already settling in nicely. One of the capybaras will be named Icar Mimi, and the other one will be Kaiki Minecraft. I'm giving the capybaras a solid 10 out of 10. Don't forget to comment your ratings for all the animals to participate in the next video, and make sure to use the channel's profile picture so you have a better chance of being chosen. Now that we've finished the capybara, it's time for the final animal, the lion, the king of the jungle. The first step is to create a leg, add a knee section, and make a small detail before duplicating it to the other side. Then, I'll make the front legs, add a tail, a body section, and one more small part. After that, I'll add the head in this position. And finally, I'll just paint everything the way you see here. Now that the lion is complete, let's see if we stand a chance against it. It's super fast. Oh no, I just got killed by the lion. Okay, let's try again. I think I can take it down this time. Yeah, turns out it wasn't that strong. I just messed up the first time. Now, I'll dig out another space in this direction to build the lion's enclosure. I built the entire habitat, added water, created a special resting area, and designed it to look like a savanna. And it's done. Now, let's spawn 2 lions inside, and their new home is ready. For now, the lions will remain nameless because I'll be naming them after the first people who liked the video, left a comment with their rating, and used the channel's profile picture. So, all the animals have been transformed. Which one did you like the most? Don't forget to leave a comment. In this video, I'm going to transform blocks into mobs. Right here in front of me, I have 5 cubes ranging from the easiest to the hardest. So the first mob I'm going to transform is the emerald block. I already have a rough idea of what I'll turn it into. I think I'll make it into a new golem for Minecraft. So let's head to the program. I'm already in the program with my emerald block, but I'm going to tweak the block a little and make it look more or less like this. This here is going to be the chest of our character. I'm thinking of creating an emerald golem. So I'll add a little piece here to be the golem's waist, another cube to make a leg, and one more cube, and another one like this, because it's going to look like a high-tech mob. Then I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. It's pretty simple, but trust me, it's going to look really cool, I promise. Now let's add part of his head, one more piece. Since he's a golem, he needs to have a big nose. So I'll add a big nose like this, a piece here, and another for a little detail. And we'll finish it off to look like a mythical time golem or something similar. I'm going to add a cube here to make some spikes. So I've been adding spikes all over his body, and our emerald block has now become a golem. For his animations, I made this idle pose, this one for walking, and here's the attack animation. But then I had a really cool idea. Since he kind of looks like a robot, I added an effect to make it look like he's vibrating, just like that crazy robot from Woody Woodpecker. And this is how his walking animation looks. Personally, I think this idea turned out amazing, but before I show you in Minecraft, let me know in the comments what you think. Did you like it or not? Alright, let's head to Minecraft. And there he is. He's already in my world. Spawning him is super simple. I just need to place the blocks like this and then place one on top. And now, he's spawned. So let's see if he's strong. He seems pretty fast. So I'm going to do this. I'll build a tower to see if I can defeat him, like with a normal golem. So come on, let's see. Whoa, what's that? Whoa, he created an emerald shield around him. Is that for real? No, he's trapping me. Stop it. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. At least he doesn't deal too much damage. But still, this ability is super OP. He's placing blocks so I can't attack him. Alright, I'll trap him in his own trick. You'll see. Just a few more hits and he should almost be dead. Take that. I'm stronger than you. Yes, I got him. I defeated him. And look at all the emerald blocks he dropped. Whoa, that turned out so cool. And also, after killing him, if I press a specific button and concentrate a little. Ha! And now I've turned into a fully emerald mob. As you can see, I'm much faster. I have way more health, and I also have 2 new powers. First, this one lets me build a staircase and create a giant world of emeralds. Look at this. I'm going to get rich. Whoa, I can climb super high with this power. And the best part? I don't take fall damage at all. Yep, it's completely nullified. And I also have this amulet here glowing on my chest. If I find a mob, like this horse, and I attack it, I can even kill it super easily. Check this out. The only downside to this power is that emeralds spill everywhere. But the good thing is that I can climb up any emerald blocks that appear. Honestly, I think this turned out amazing. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So now if I come over here and press this button again, the next block we have to transform is the magma block. Well, I think I'm going to cause some trouble in the nether with this one. So let's do this. I'll build a portal to the nether. Light it up, and now let's head in. Alright, let's look around. We need to grab a few magma blocks, so let's climb up here. Let's grab some magma blocks and also a few pieces of netherrack to create the character. Now that I have both blocks, let's head to the program and transform them. The first thing I'm going to do is add a piece of the magma block, as I want to create a body that looks like a snake. I'll keep building it out like this, and just finish it off here. Once that's done, I'll carve out a little gap like this. Now, I'll bring in the netherrack block and place it like this to form a claw. I'll select it, then duplicate it to the other side. I'll add another claw below, one to the left, and another up top. It's pretty simple, but trust me, it's already starting to look like a really cool mob, but I think I'll add some legs so it doesn't feel so static, making it look kind of like a parasite. So I'll add a piece of netherrack here, another smaller piece, and then one even smaller. With that done, I'll duplicate the entire thing about 8 times. I'll select everything and paste it onto the other side. It's starting to form a really nice base because we'll be able to move each part individually like this, allowing for some super cool animations. It's going to look like a proper snake. Now I'll add some quartz pieces for decoration on top, and with that, our fiery worm is 100% complete. Here's its running animation. It sort of wobbles and loses balance because it's so big. It'll also move underground, kind of like it's swimming through the earth. Over there, I can already see it. Let's try attacking it and see how strong it is. Whoa! It flew so far. Let's approach it carefully, attacking from above so we don't get hit. Alright, let's build a bridge over it because I'm not taking any chances this time. Let's see. Wow, it has so much health. Even though my attacks are really strong, it doesn't seem to be taking any damage at all. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this power since it fills the ground with emeralds, and that gets pretty annoying. Alright, take this. The good thing is that I can blend into the emeralds. No, not again. Let's go back and try to recover my items. Even though I'm super strong, I keep losing to it. I can't even get close to finishing it off. Oh my gosh, it attacks from so far away. Look at that. Yeah, I give up. It's way too strong and I keep dying to it. So here it is. This is how it turned out. But I'm getting out of here because I'm not about to die to it again. Actually, no, you're going down now. Take this, monster. I'd give this one a solid 7 out of 10. It's not overpowered, but it's still really fun. And if you guys leave just 1,000 likes, I'll make all the characters from this video available for you to download. So smash the like button if you want these characters too. Next up on the list is the blue block. Let's click it and see what it is. Oh, this one should be easy. It's a dirt block. I think I already have an idea of what to transform it into. So let's head to the program to create our next character. I'll start by adding a cube here to form the foot, a little toe, another on this side, one here, and another over there. Then I'll add part of the leg, a bigger piece, select everything, and duplicate it to the other side. I'll add a piece for the waist, another for the torso, a bigger piece on top. Now, I don't want to make it entirely out of dirt. Otherwise, it's going to look a bit weird. So I've got this grass block here. I'll add it like this and rotate rotate it a bit. There we go. It's going to look way cooler and add a really nice detail, I promise. I'm going to add one more piece to the arm, a smaller one, and then finish it off. Just need to add the last finger, select everything, and duplicate it to the other side. Now let's work on the head. I'll add a neck and, finally, the head. I'll grab a black pencil and paint it just like this. Done. Now I'll add an angry-looking eyebrow here and another on this side. I'll make a dirt tooth as well. Perfect. But to make him look tougher, I'll give him a chest plate, just like this. Let's add some grass patches on one side and a few more over here. Done. The animation for this one turned out amazing. Now let me show you in Minecraft. Oh my goodness, it went flying so far. What was that? Guys, I think it's spawning right there in front of me, and it looks like it's massive. I'm going to transform myself again, and let's try to take him down. This time I won't get too close. I'll take him out from a distance. Alright, take that. I'm attacking him from far away. Go down already. I need to figure out what he drops. I can't get too close, otherwise he's going to crush me again. But wow, I'm really not enjoying this emerald power of mine. It's such a mess. Let's build a staircase here to take him down from above. There we go, take that. Oh my goodness, it went flying so far. What was that? Wait, it didn't even die from that fall? No way. Alright, we need to finish this. Go, go, go. Yes, finally he's down. And wow, that was intense. It looks like he dropped some sort of dirt block. Let's see what this thing does. Alright, I'll try it on that pig over there, and whoa, it's like it creates a kind of wall. It shoots out a massive snowball-looking thing. Or maybe sand. What's going on here? Oh my goodness, it's destroying trees, breaking everything. What is this? I'm not entirely sure how it works yet, but it's insanely strong. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because I really enjoyed this one. The next block to transform is the skulk block. Wow. I think I can make an incredibly powerful mob out of this. I'm thinking of creating a carnivorous plant. I have an amazing idea for this one. So let's hop into the program and get started. To create the skulk mob, I'm going to use these 4 blocks. First the skulk sensor, then the skulk shrieker, and finally this other block for detailing. I'll start by adding a skulk block here and scaling it up. Now I'll add a skulk emitter to the front and increase its size. Done. Next, I'll add some legs to give it a carnivorous plant vibe. I'll add one piece here, another one, and one more tiny piece. I'll add some green skulk details on top and finish this part like so. Perfect. Now I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. I'll select it again, duplicate it to the back, and once more for the other side. Now it's already looking like a carnivorous plant. I'm going to add a little detail on top, a couple more here, and another skulk emitter. I'll add one more piece to the side, and then create a claw-like structure here at the top. I'll finish it off by adding another skulk emitter and finalizing all the surrounding details. Done. Now I'll select the entire arm, duplicate it to the other side, and then add another arm over here, one on this side and another here. And there we have it. The skulk block mob is complete. For the animation, here's what I've got. This is its idle stance, this is how it attacks. It jumps right on top of you. And this is its running animation. It moves pretty slowly because of its massive size. Now let's see how it looks inside Minecraft. Guys, just ahead, I can already see a skulk temple. If I go over and throw a skulk block, whoa, it spawned right here in front of me. And wow, the skulk mob is enormous. Look at the size of it. I can't wait to see what kind of powers it has. Well, this mob is kind of deaf, like the warden, so it can't hear me unless I come over here and attack it. Then it starts coming after me. Whoa, whoa, get away from me. Oh my gosh, it's super strong, but it looks like I've trapped it. So now I just need to finish attacking it here. Go, take that. Oh my gosh. Haha, I did it. I managed to take it down too. It seems like there's a power up ahead. Let's see what it is. There's this skulk power, and it looks like... Wait, what's this? I accidentally pressed the button, and it already unleashed a power. It looks like I'm wearing some kind of necklace. Let's test it out. Does this necklace do anything? Let's see. There are some pigs ahead, and if I get close to them... What? Oh my gosh. It seems like I transformed into a pig. Do I get its abilities now? Well, a pig doesn't exactly have super interesting abilities, does it? Whoa, look at this. It seems like it also unleashes an even stronger power. Check that out. Oh my gosh, I can't even control this power. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. And the next item on our list is, before I show you, I want to remind you that if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll also make these models available for you to download. And for those of you who join as members, yes, that's right, just hit the join button below. If 10 people sign up, I'll release these models for free. Sounds good, right? So go ahead and subscribe below. Alright, now let's see. The last item we'll work on is the end crystal. Oh my gosh, this is going to take some serious effort, but I think I've got an idea for what to transform it into. So let's get started without further delay. To make the end crystal mob, I'll use bedrock and a crystal block because of course we need that, right? I'll start by adding a piece of the crystal block here, then surround it with glass and duplicate it to the other side. Once that's done, I'll add a sort of cube here. Now that that's in place, I'll add a base underneath and finish it up like this. I'll add another piece here and one on this side. Then I'll paint this part red, add a gradient around it, and create the teeth. After that, I'll add a sort of brain and then create an arm. Done. I'll select the entire arm and duplicate it for the other side. I'll also add another small piece in the middle. But to make sure this character isn't too weak, I'll add some shields around it. I'll grab a bedrock block, shrink it, and place it here like this. Then I'll rotate the block to this side, add another one, select this setup, and duplicate it to the other side. Perfect. It'll form a kind of circular shield around it. Next, I'll select all of this, duplicate it, and rotate it slightly. Then I'll add another and finish by placing a larger one in the middle. And there we have it. The end crystal mob is done. It kind of reminds me of the villains from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like Krang, who used to scare me a lot when I was a kid. Anyway, here's how it turned out. This is its flying animation, and here's how it attacks. It throws pieces of its bedrock shield at you, and that's the only moment it becomes vulnerable. And when it's idle, it just floats around with its protective shield spinning around it. Man, since it's made of bedrock, it must be incredibly strong. Let's see how it looks in Minecraft. Alright, I'm heading to the end now, and I'll connect all the blocks because I want to test two things here. First, let's climb to the top. I'll activate my super strong armor. Let's go. Now I'll do the following. With this armor, I can climb up here, and I'm going to destroy all the towers. Let's break this one. Now the next one, and another one over here. Breaking this one. And now let's break this one. Alright, now it's transformed. Whoa. This thing is so strong. It doesn't stop attacking me. Wait, is it heading for the void? What is this thing doing? Well, fine, I'll throw it into the void then. I'll get close to it and try to transform into it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got it. Wait, it didn't give me any powers? Are you serious right now? You seriously don't have any powers? Alright then, I'll just take you down with my sword. Come here. But man, this guy is pretty strong. It's actually hard to defeat him. Let me try kicking him up into the air. There we go. Wait, what? He already died? Yeah, I didn't really like that. He was supposed to be a lot stronger, but he didn't turn out as good as I expected. Anyway, to wrap things up, I'd rate this one a 6 out of 10. In this video, I'm going to transform blocks into mobs once again. The first block we'll be transforming is hidden right behind this green block. If I open it, there's a pumpkin inside. And with this, I'm going to create a boss, something like a scarecrow or a creepy creature of some kind. So, let's head into the program and transform our first mob. Now that I'm inside the program, I've separated the pumpkin block and the hay block. I'm starting from a new cube, and the first thing I'll do is stretch this rectangle upward. Then I'll paint it brown. Next, I'll extend a larger shape, duplicate it, increase its size, and duplicate it once again. Now I'll take this wheat texture, place it right here, and make it wider. This will form the clothing of our scarecrow. Then I'll add a green outfit to complete the look. Now I need to add arms, so I'll start with one on the left side, then place a wooden stick, duplicate it, and rotate it to form his arm shape. I'll do the same thing on the right side, adding another piece of wood, duplicating it, and rotating it to match. For the neck, I'll take another piece of wheat, duplicate it upwards, and shrink it down to form the collar. Now it's time for the pumpkin head. I'll take the pumpkin, place it right on the neck, then add a larger pumpkin on top, and carve out a scary face. On this side, I'll create a leg sticking out, and on the other side, I'll make a curved shape to form a crow sitting on his shoulder. I'll paint it gray, add one wing here, and another on the right side. Now for the head, I'll draw a small eye, then add a sharp beak, both on the top and bottom. To make it even better, I'll add a small vine to the pumpkin's head, placing a brown stem, a smaller piece above it, and finally, a leaf on top. Now let's give him a weapon. I'll create 2 hands and place a giant scythe in his grip. And with that, our pumpkin mob is complete. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now let's check out his animations. For his walking animation, he hops forward, as if he's struggling to move. For his idle stance, I thought about making him stand with his arms open, just like a classic scarecrow. But in the end, I think it looks much better with movement. And for his attack, he swings his scythe, delivering a powerful strike. Alright guys, to spawn this new boss, I'll need to place 2 blocks right here. I'll start by placing a fence block here, another on top, one to the side, and another right here. Now, when I place the pumpkin head on top, and if I use the shears to click on it like this, and there it is. He's spawned. I programmed him with a similar attack pattern to the Lich from the Twilight Forest mod. So, we need to counter his Ender Pearl attacks if we want to defeat him. Let's go. Once we take him down, he'll drop a really interesting power for us. Oh no, he's taking a lot of my health. Okay, I hit him once. Let's keep going. We need to hit his Ender Pearl back and make sure it connects with his body to damage him. There, nice. I hit 2 in a row. That was a great combo. All right, this is it. He's on his last bit of health now. Come on, let's go. One more hit. Boom, got it. Now we just need to finish him off. Wow, this attack animation looks amazing, but I still need to be careful because he's really aggressive. Alright, we're close now. Let's land the final blow. Wait, what? He just healed himself. Come on, hit him again. He's got less than half health now. If he doesn't heal again, this fight is over. Oh no, he got me down to just 2 hearts. I need to run. I'm weak, but so is he. I need to be extra careful. Iron Golem, help me out. Ha 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 ha. No way. I can't believe this. The one who finished him off was this bedrock Iron Golem. No way, I wasn't expecting that at all, but look, he dropped some Lich items and also his scythe. scythe. Now, does this scythe have any special abilities? I'm clicking, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe I need to test it on a mob. Here's a sheep I transformed into Baba Chops. Let's try attacking it. Whoa, it went down so easily? All right, let's find some more mobs. If I attack normally, it doesn't seem that special, but if I right-click, wait, what? It looks like it's triggering earthquakes against the enemies. This power is insanely strong, and it's actually making my Minecraft lag. Yep, my Minecraft just crashed. Now that we've created the pumpkin boss, the next one will be a yellow block, which means wood. This block is pretty interesting, so I think I'll turn it into a Titan version or something massive and powerful. It's going to look really cool. I'm here in the program with a wooden block, and the first thing I'll do is stretch it upward and increase its size. This will be the trunk, so I'll duplicate another cube to make the legs like this. I'll add another piece to complete the shape. Now that the legs are done, I'll duplicate a wood block, shrink it down, rotate it, then duplicate another and place it here. I'll add one more piece to shape the arm. Now, I'll add a hand and create the fingers like this. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. Now that this part of the wooden Titan is ready, I'll add a base for its head. I'll create some details in the front, adding wood pieces to make the mouth. I'll duplicate and rotate the blocks here, then add another piece in place. Now I'll do the same for the bottom. Next, I'll duplicate a block, place it here, and erase the outer texture to create its teeth. I'll duplicate some teeth for the center, another on the right side, and some on the top as well. Now I'll add green eyes with some extra details around them to make them stand out. I'll repeat this process for the other side. Then I'll add some leaves around its body, along with root-like structures to give it an ancient look. It will have this walking animation, where it moves like a giant. When it's standing still, it'll look like this, and when it attacks, it will swing its arm down hard to strike the player. I'm in a forest biome right now, because I'm looking for him. He's got to be hiding somewhere nearby. Wait a second, that wood over there looks a little different. Could that be him? Alright, let's attack and see how strong he really is. I'll use my ranged attack first, because I'm not crazy enough to get too close. Oh no, he inflicts poison. He's draining my health so fast and now I'm completely poisoned. Oh wow, he's charging straight at me. I need to run, run. Okay, while he's still far, I'll try attacking him again. Nice. Wait, what? He just one-shot me. Alright, I'm back, and this time, I'm taking him down. Here we go, take that. Oh man, he's way too strong. I need to dodge because he's draining my health fast. Wait, what is this? He just launched a storm of arrows. I don't know what that was, but it was super powerful. Alright, I found a good angle to hit him from, but I need to be careful. Ugh, I can't spam my special attack too much, or else it'll crash my Minecraft. Alright, if you believe in me, drop a like and subscribe. Because honestly, I don't even know if I can beat him. He's way stronger than I expected. I think I ended up making a boss, not just a mob. This thing is insanely powerful. And the poison effect is just too unfair. After a long battle, yes, I did it! I suffered so much for this victory, but I finally took him down. Wait, what's that? It looks like he dropped a special block. Let's take a closer look. It's called the Wood of Power, and it's actually glowing. What could this do? I'm clicking it, but nothing is happening. Maybe if I press a certain button combo. Wait, what? Did it just create a bridge of leaves? That's actually really cool. It seems like it's a temporary bridge. Everything made of leaves disappears after a while. Honestly, this is a super useful ability. I can build across any terrain just like this. It's a little risky to use, but overall I think this power is really fun. Now for the ratings, the Pumpkin Boss gets a 10 out of 10, and the Wooden Titan also gets a 10 out of 10. Both of them turned out amazing, but I want to know your opinion. Comment below what score you'd give them and suggest new mobs for me to transform. The Pumpkin Boss was actually a subscriber suggestion from Joseph Graham, so if you have an idea, let me know in the comments. Now that we've created the Pumpkin Boss and the Wooden Titan, it's time to make a blue mob. And for that, I'll use a watermelon block? I think I just got a great idea. I'm in a jungle biome because I need to find a watermelon block. Wait, I can use the Wood of Power to build a bridge and find the right spot. Oh, there they are. I see some watermelons up ahead. Let me jump down carefully. And yeah, this ability is actually really useful. It's not super strong for attacking, but for mobility, it's really good. Alright, I'm walking through the jungle and I see some more watermelons ahead. This time, I'll be extra careful so we can stay alive and collect the block we need. Let's grab the watermelon block and get started on our next transformation. I'm back in the 3D program with the watermelon block. First, I'll move it up and rotate it slightly. Now I'll shrink it down, duplicate it, and shrink it again. I'll leave it like this for now. Next, I'll add a piece to form a wooden stem, then another piece and one more here. This will be the stalk that supports the plant. I'm making a carnivorous plant out of our watermelon. Now I'll select this part, duplicate it downward, and add another piece here with a red section. I'll do the same at the top. Then I'll add a red line as a detail on the left side, on this side, and finally, I'll duplicate it on the bottom. Now for the teeth, I'll add a whole row of them to make it look dangerous. I'll also use red paint to create an eye-like marking around it. To finish, I'll add some leaves to complete the carnivorous plant look. Walking animation. The plant moves like this. Idle animation. It stays still like this. Attack animation. It lunges forward and bites the player. I can already see it up ahead. Wait, it's in the water? That doesn't make much sense for a plant, but whatever, I'm attacking. Ah, it killed me. All right, let's spawn it again and see if we can actually defeat it this time. Oh no, it's biting me. What the heck? No, I can't fight it up close, so I'll need a new strategy. I'll use my special ability to climb somewhere safe, then attack from above. Wait, run. It's draining my health super fast. Get away, get away. All right, I'll try using the scythe I got from the pumpkin boss. Let's see if it works. Wait, it dodged? I can't believe it. The worst part is, I can't spam my special attack or else it'll crash Minecraft. Oh, right. I can attack with the Wooden Titan's power, but I need to aim just right. All right, now. Yes, I did it. The strategy worked. In defeating this mob was worth it because it drops 2 versions of itself that help me in battles. For example, I can command them to attack this ant. Go, take it down. Wow, that actually looks really cool. They're tiny versions of the carnivorous watermelon plant. Look at me standing in its mouth. Okay, that's kinda creepy. I'm not messing with them after how badly the big one destroyed me. I can't believe this, but I have to give this mob a 10 out of 10 too. All of these mobs have been insanely good, but I especially love the mini versions. Now that we've transformed the watermelon, it's time for the next one. A better furnace? Wait, we're making a mob out of a furnace? That means I could design it to breathe fire or shoot flames from its mouth. All right, let's head back to the 3D program and bring this idea to life. 3 fire emojis. I'm here with the furnace and the fire, which will be the 2 main objects I'll be using. The first thing I'm going to do is move the furnace up and increase its size. This will be the main structure of our furnace monster. I'll add a cube at the bottom with the same furnace texture. Then, I'll duplicate this part and place it here to form the leg. Another larger cube will go below it. Now, I'll repeat the process on the other side. With the legs done, I'll now take one of these cubes and increase its size a lot to form the arm. I'll add a smaller piece to close the arm. Then, another part on the side. Now, I'll create a larger section to make it look like a muscular structure. I'll add another cube here. Then, I'll make the fingers and duplicate them for the other arm. I'll place a cube here to be part of his head. Then, I'll add an orange cube which will later become his eye. I'll also add another small cube on top. The body is already starting to take shape. Now I'll add some extra details to make the monster look even stronger. I'll open the mouth like this. Then I'll paint it orange and add a circular effect to make it look like melted lava inside. I'll add sharp teeth on both the top and bottom. And finally, I'll place the eye. Now our furnace monster is complete. But before finishing, I'll add some details to these parts here. I'll make some lava effects dripping down from him. Then I'll select the fire and add it around him. He will have this animation when attacking. This one will be when he's idle, and this one when he's walking. Guys, he's already here in Minecraft. Wow, he's attacking me really hard. Oh no, whoa, he just jumped on me. Good thing Wait, he's coming for me again. Oh no, he can fly. This is way too strong. Look at this. He's flying and I can't even keep up with him. But look at how awesome he looks. Whoa, he's flying straight at me. Get away. No, he's destroying me. Run, this mob is way too strong. I'll try one more time to defeat him. He even took down one of my carnivorous plants. Okay, let me try to escape. Run. Let's go, I'll try again. Here he comes. Oh no, run. I think I have an idea. If I go inside here, maybe he'll try to attack me. I can't defeat this thing. The worst part is that he came from so far away. Look at this. No, get away, please leave me alone. I created a monster that's way too strong. Run. I thought the wooden monster was tough, but this one is on another level. Wait, if I go over here, will he still be able to reach me? I'll have to find a strategy to take him down. Maybe if I attack him somewhere, he doesn't have much advantage. All right, come over here. This is a closed area. Can I hit him? Take this. I'm wearing him down. Keep going. Almost there. Wait, he ran away. He actually ran away. What is this? Come down here. He's smart because I was trying to run from him and now he's running from me. What is going on? Wait, is he shooting arrows at me? No way, that's too much. Take this. If you attack me, I'll attack you too. Now run. Oh no, I only have 2 hearts left. I give up. I can't defeat this monster. This one deserves a score higher than 10. This one gets 100. I love him. He turned out extremely powerful. And you, what score do you think he deserves? Comment below and let's move on to the last one. But before that, I just want to remind you all that if this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'll make part 3 because you guys really enjoyed part 1. I'm counting on you. Now that the furnace monster is done, the last one is another subscriber's choice, the red button. So let's grab the lever and press it. This time it's going to be obsidian. Lion LG8X suggested turning obsidian into the Witherstorm. For those who don't know, this is the Witherstorm. It's a gigantic creature, but I'm sure I can make an even better mob than this. So let's get into the program and start building. Alright, I'm here in the program with just a single block of obsidian. So, I'm going to build the base structure. To keep things quick, I'll just show you how I made it. I built an entire base, created a massive body, and added multiple heads. I also worked on the interior and gave each head some terrifying sharp teeth. I even added some huge tentacles. The final mob is going to look something like this, and it's going to be insanely strong. Now, I just want to see how it looks in Minecraft. So what do you think? Do you prefer the original Witherstorm from mods or this insane monster that I just created? Guys, I'm already here in the Nether and look at the size of that Witherstorm. Now, let's see how powerful it actually is. I'll get closer to attack him. Wait, what? He's already coming after me. Watch out, watch out. What? I didn't even stand a chance. Alright, that's it. I'm going into creative mode just to show you guys this monster. I'm grabbing the strongest netherite gear I have. Let's see if I can survive this time. I've put on my best armor, I have my strongest weapons, and now it's time to fight. Wait, where did he go? No way, you're not escaping this time. Come back here. I'm going back into the Nether. I will defeat this mutant Witherstorm. I'm building a bridge in his direction. Let's go. Attack, attack, hit him. No, get away, get away. This monster is insane. I need to run and heal up. Wait, I think I found a strategy. If I keep running, maybe I can take him down over time. Wait, he's taking damage. He fell down. Ha, got you. Oh no, I just fell too. Well, now I made things worse for myself. Alright, all the mobs have been transformed. Now I want to know which one was your favorite. I honestly can't decide between the wooden monster, the furnace monster, or this giant terrifying Witherstorm. Comment below and tell me what you think. And remember, if this video hits 5,000 likes, I'll make part 3. In this video, I'm going to evolve some mobs. Right here in front of me, I have 5 characters that I'm going to transform, and the first one will be the ocelot, or the little kitty, if you prefer. So, to transform it, I first need to find one in Minecraft. And look, right in front of us, we can already see an ocelot. Now let me grab it before it runs away. Come back here. Ha, gotcha. I'll put it inside here before it escapes. Now, let's head over to the program to start transforming the ocelot. Alright, I've got it right here, and the first thing I'm going to do is paint its entire body with this color. I want to make a simple little kitty. Now that I've done that, I'll move it over here, add a neck like this, place a cube here, another one over here, and slightly increase the size. Now I'll add a part for the paws and paint this section white. I'll place another cube here, rotate it a little, and position it at the bottom. Now I'll add a little space for its teeth. To make sure it doesn't look too square, I'll shrink this cube a bit, add another one right here, make it just a little smaller, and one more at the back. Now let's adjust the tail. I'm going to come over here, increase the size, and then duplicate it and rotate it slightly. Now I'll add a little snout right here, rotating it like this. I also reworked the mouth and added some cute little ears. Next, I'll place a cube on the side, another one on top, and now for the eyes, I'll add one here, another one in the middle, and one more over here. To finish the face, I'll add an eyebrow on this side, and another one over here. Now let's start painting everything. This part will be white, this section too, and this is where the mouth will go. I'll also add some white details here, making sure to refine every part. And now, Minecraft finally has its very own kitty. Look how adorable it is. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the old ocelot and the new kitty. And wow, it turned out so cute. Now let's create a special place for the kitty to stay. Cats love to play with things and climb on different spots, so I'm going to add some platforms for it to jump onto. I'll place some sand on the ground and use wool for the background. Then, up here, I'll add some red details to make it look nicer. I'll also place a little flower pot here, just in case it needs a bathroom. And over in this corner, I'll add a water bowl. Next, I'll create a food bowl so the kitty has something to eat. I'll even add a bit of cat food inside the bowl. Now let's bring the kitty in and let it enjoy its new home. There we go, it's all set. Feel free to explore, little kitty. As for the rating, I'd give this habitat a 6 out of 10 since it's pretty simple, just a cozy place for it to live. But the kitty itself, it's definitely getting a solid 9 out of 10. So the first transformation on our list is done, but we still have 4 more amazing mobs to evolve in this video. And the last one, I have no idea how I'm going to do it yet, because it's a zombie. So stick around until the end to see how that turns out. And up next is an animal that's a favorite for so many people. And next up, it's the dog. Now the Minecraft dog is already pretty cute, but we're going to transform it into an evolved mob, something even cooler. Right here in front of me, we've got some dogs, and I'm going to evolve this adorable little pup into something much more advanced. So, my idea for this transformation is to give it a bigger mouth, add some ears, and also improve its tail to make it look even better. I think I have a solid plan for this one, so let's head over to the 3D blockbench program. Alright, I've got the little dog right here in the program, and the first thing I'm going to do is move its legs up just a bit. Now, I'll paint its eyes yellow like this, and I'll add a little black detail inside the eye to make it look sharper. Next, I'll add another cube to create an eyebrow right above the eye, then I'll duplicate it and place it on the other side. Now that that's done, I'll add one more cube on top and position it like this. I'll paint this part white and rotate it slightly. Now let's add a pupil inside the eye to give it more personality. After that, I'll duplicate a cube and bring it forward, rotating it in this way so that I can start shaping its mouth. Now that I have the shape, I'll add a nose right here and another part below to complete the structure. Next, I'll duplicate this cube and bring it down here. I'll paint the bottom section a bluish shade, then duplicate it upward like this and create its teeth. Now, it's time to give it stronger legs. I'll add an extra piece here at the bottom and increase its size. Then I'll duplicate it for the other side, do the same thing for the back legs, and copy them over as well. Now let's move on to the ears. I'll make them bigger and shape them like this to make them stand out more. With that done, it's time for some texture details, and once everything is ready, I'll show you how it looks inside Minecraft. And here it is, the evolved wolf. I'll place it right next to the regular Minecraft dog for comparison, and wow, just look at the difference. Which one do you like better, the classic Minecraft dog or this new one that I created? I made it extra cute, just look at how it turned out. I even added an animation for when it walks, and when it stands still, it wags its tail. It's seriously adorable. Now let's make a space for it to live in. For this, I'm thinking of building a proper doghouse. To make it look like a real doghouse, I'll grab some brick blocks and build the walls like this. Then, I'll take these wooden blocks and place them on the sides. For the floor, I'll add some grass to give it a nice natural feel. Around the area, I'll place a fence to keep everything secure. And on the ground, I'll scatter a few bones, since, you know, it's a dog. To make it even more realistic, I'll add some patches of dirt as if it had been digging around. And I'll place some wooden planks of a different color to make it look like the dog has been chewing on them. And now I'll take the cat's food bowl and put one here for the dog too. And just like that, the doghouse is complete. Now let's bring the pup inside. Come on in, little dog. Enjoy your new home, my friend. And it really seems like it loves it. Just look at how happy it is. To make sure the dog doesn't disappear, I'm going to name it Kim Oldugum, which is the name of a subscriber who has been watching the channel since last year. Thank you so much for supporting me for so long. And remember, if you watch the channel and comment, you also have a chance to be featured in the video. As for the kitty, I'm going to name it Missoum, another awesome subscriber who watches the channel a lot. So, while we move on to the next mob, make sure to leave a comment for your chance to be part of the next episode. And next on our list is the GOAT. Wow, it already has a pretty cool design. So how am I supposed to make it even better? Right over there, we've got some goats, so for this evolved version, I think I'm going to give it bigger, stronger horns, a more detailed eye, and a sturdier body. I think I've got a plan, so let's get started. Alright, I've got the goat loaded up in the program, so the first thing we're going to do is add a horn right here at the back, just like this. Now, I'll rotate another horn this way, shrink it just a little, and place it right here. With that done, I'm going to remove its current nose, and I'll add a brand new one in 3D. I'll paint it gray and add a small detail in the back to finish it off. Now I'll add a little extra detail to the nose right here. Next, I'll rotate this back section of the body slightly, add a smaller piece here, and now it's time to give it a tiny tail. With that done, I'm going to remove its current ears for now. Instead, I'll add a cube on the side like this, duplicate it for the other side, and then rotate them into place. Now, where the old nose was, I'll erase that as well, and I'll add a more detailed eye right here. With that done, I'll place a white cube here, add a little detail on the side, and build another part up top to create the new ears. Then I'll repeat the same process for the other side. Now it's really starting to take shape. Next, I'll take these legs and slightly increase their size. Then I'll duplicate them and move them up a bit. And now I'll add some extra 3D details to make them pop even more. With all the details done, I'm going to give the goat a little beard, and there we go. The evolved goat is complete. Now let's check out how it looks in the game. And wow, look at that difference. This is the original and this is the new version. You can clearly see that they don't even look the same anymore. Man, if Minecraft ever added an animal like this, it would be so awesome. I'm super excited to create its habitat next. For this one, I'm going to build a full-on snowy biome. So, let's get started. First, let's bring it inside our zoo. I'll place it right here for now. Then, I'll grab some snow and completely cover the ground with it. In some spots, I'll pile up the snow a little higher. And you know what? I'll even let it spill outside the area for a more natural look. I'll keep filling in the space like this. Now, I'll raise the back area slightly, grab some grass blocks and place them here on the ground, and keep adding more texture to make it look more realistic. Next, I'll place ice blocks all around to give it that frozen feel. Now for some trees, I'll put a spruce tree right here, sprinkle some snow around it, and then build up some rocks for extra detail. I'll also add some water right here on the ground, then tint the floor to match a taiga biome. And now it's time to bring our new evolved goat into its home. Let's close it in with glass to make sure it stays safe. And to prevent it from disappearing, I'm going to name it Miguel Henriquez 4674, another awesome subscriber who's been watching watching the channel for over a year and always leaves comments. Huge thanks for all the support. So, what do you guys think? Which habitat has been your favorite so far? Because for me, this one is definitely my favorite. It absolutely deserves a 9 out of 10. And as for the goat itself, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It turned out so cool. And now, next on our list is the pig. Oh man, I'm really curious to see how we're going to evolve the pig, because right now, it's one of the weakest animals in Minecraft. So if I want to make something more realistic and detailed, I don't think it'll be too hard. But let's head into the program and find out. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is make the pig's snout a little bigger, and I'm also getting rid of these crossed eyes because, honestly, I'm not a big fan of that look. Even though it's the classic Minecraft style, I prefer something different. So, I'm going to add a brand new eye like this and paint it black. Now I'll create a new cube right here. Then, I'll duplicate it, place it up here, and rotate it like this. With that done, I'll add some stressed out eyebrows to give the pig a more intense look. I'll place a cube here, rotate it just like this, and duplicate it for the other side. Now I'll paint them to match the pig's color. For the legs, I'm going to reinforce them to look stronger and sturdier. I'll rotate one upwards like this, and repeat the process for the back legs. Then, I'll place a tiny cube here, shrink it down, and rotate it like this to give it a more organic look. Next, I'll rotate another cube, duplicate it, and place a smaller piece at the front. Now I'll paint this darker shade here to form the pig's new ears, and look at that, it's already starting to look way better. Now it's time to add the final details with paint, and then I'll show you guys how it looks inside Minecraft. Here we go. This is the regular Minecraft pig, and this is the new and improved pig that we created. Just look at how it walks. It looks so angry. It almost seems like a raging bull charging forward. All right, let's make these pigs fight each other to see who's stronger. Oh, wait. Poor little pigs, they don't even stand a chance. This evolved pig is way stronger than them, and the others aren't even fighting back. Yeah, we'd better move this guy to the zoo, because this is getting dangerous. For its habitat, I'm going to grab some podzol blocks and place them all over the ground. Then, I'll add mud blocks to give it a more swampy look. Next, I'll place some fences around the area to keep it contained. I'll also use a mod to plant carrots on the ground, and scatter hay bales around to make it feel more like a farm. To finish it off, I'll add some grass and flowers to bring the place to life. And now, let's bring our pig inside. Actually, let's add another one, so now we've got 2 of them. The habitat turned out really cool, honestly. It might even be one of the best ones we've made in this video. So, I'm giving the habitat a 7 out of 10. And as for the pig itself, I'll rate it 8 out of 10. Now for the name, I'll choose one from a subscriber who watches a lot, and that's Marco. Now it's time for the last transformation on our list. But wait! Before we continue, I have an important message for you. Over 70% of the people who watch the channel don't leave a like, don't subscribe, and don't comment. So if you're watching right now, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and drop a like so you can have a chance to be featured in the next video. In fact, if you subscribe to this video and comment, "Forkin, I subscribed and left a like," then you'll have a chance to have your name placed on one of the next transformed mobs. 4 mobs down, 1 to go, and the final one on our list is the zombie. For this one, we need to wait for nighttime, so let's wait patiently. Trust me, I'll wait. Time set night. Moving on. Now, we just need to find a zombie around here. And look at that! What a crazy coincidence. A zombie just happened to appear right in front of me. So, what are we going to do with it? We're going to make it look way scarier. We're talking creepy, glowing eyes popping out of its head, a visible brain. Yeah, this thing is going to be seriously terrifying. But I have the perfect idea for how to evolve this zombie. Alright, I'm here with the zombie in the program, and the first thing I'm gonna do is erase this part in the back, then remove this lower section and replace it with a bone. Now, let's add some blood dripping down around it, just to make it even more creepy and terrifying. I'm also going to put a little blood over here on the side, so it looks like this zombie has been torn apart in battle. Next, I'll erase some parts around the leg, so it looks like the flesh is ripped open. And then, I'll add even more blood to make it extra spooky. Now I'll move this leg forward, shrink it down a bit, duplicate it for the lower part, and position it just like this. I'll also open up the bottom section to add another exposed bone, and of course some more blood splattered around it. Then I went ahead and added even more blood details throughout the body. Now, let's move on to the face. I'm going to take this eye and make it look way scarier. So I'll paint it yellow, then grab some red and add veins around the eye like this. I'll also add a blood splatter effect around it and some dark shading to create deep, creepy eye sockets. Oh, and of course, we need more blood dripping down here. Now let's raise up the upper jaw, and then for the lower jaw, I'll expand it downward. Next, I'll add some teeth here, paint this whole area blood red, and finally, I'll create a visible exposed brain at the top. Now that everything's done, let's see how it looks in the game, and boom, our zombie transformation is complete. I added a new detailed texture, some ripped clothing, and even an animation for when it spawns in. Here's how it looks standing still, here's how it looks walking, and here's its attack animation, where it literally leaps at your head like a true horror monster. Now, let's compare the old Minecraft zombie with our new one. And, holy, look at the difference. This thing is way scarier than the regular zombie. If it's your first time playing Minecraft, the default zombie is already kinda creepy. But imagine spawning into the world and seeing this thing coming after you. And now time for the ultimate zombie battle. So let's see who wins on Orakakaitho. Yeah, he completely destroyed the other zombie. Alright, time to bring this monster to its new home. For its habitat, I'm going to build a spooky graveyard. So I went ahead and built the entire zombie habitat, and now it's ready. Let's trap him inside, and boom, the zombie's lair is complete, and that's it. We transformed every mob in this video. But wait, now it's your turn. Comment below what name we should give to this terrifying zombie. And check out the next video on the screen, because if you don't, the next time you play Minecraft, this zombie might come looking for you. Boo!